Well, hello there. So, another spot session video. This time we are covering from just below the leap of faith, which includes these basketball courts, both the upper and lower part, this roof little part here, these stair sets. I think this stair set is a famous one from what I remember Jail Nightmare saying, through to this bottom bit. So it's actually a pretty big space. And we won't include here. We covered this stair set in a previous video. This part can go along with El Toro with the bottom bit as well. That can be the last video. And also we'll do a rooftop video over that. But for now, from here to here. I think we'll start off with this little roof with the rail on top, which is kind of a unique thing. And this stair set, there's a bunch of different angles we can do around here. Why not do a kickflip to Smith, you know? Start off nice and easy. Get blunting, it looks really cool. You're more or less parallel to the roof, which is kind of a unique little angle, I think. It's floating a little bit. It wasn't locked in all that well, but, you know. What was that landing? Session, please. You're embarrassing me. Of course, you can bypass the rail and hit the bank. It's fairly low, maybe. That's a really awkward one. You almost like power slides on top. It kind of fights you. It wants to slide down. Wait, did he tap? Oh. But yeah, you can see he's kind of sliding as he goes along, which is pretty interesting. Crazy how much slide you get on that thing. Again, weird landing, but don't forget the lip slide tricks, because you can do them on top. I guess that's another option as well. It'd be a bit of a goofy way of doing it, but again, I'm just trying to show all the different options. Of course, you can start from the top on the roof as well. Bit of a tight squeeze. You can also do that. Ooh, manual as well. Just trying to make sure I get clear, to be honest. Never underestimate a nollie trick or a fakey trick to make it a bit harder. That was a lot. So I was aiming to get a Smith. I'm not entirely sure if I did or not. You need so much space to get from a fakey ollie and clear that. And also go fast enough to hit the rail because it's actually pretty far away. Actually, no. It was taking so long, I may just skip it, honestly. It was pretty hard. Ooh, that was better. Did I hit? Maybe, yeah, it made a little sound. It's pretty lucky, to be honest. Another thing is, you need a pretty good run up, but you can get a line out of this. Usually, at least. Oof. Okay, where are we going? We tried. Not to forget that option as well. You can do grinds. It's really hard on slopes because you lose a lot of speed. And the angle, getting a decent grind, unless it's like a nose slide or a tail slide, is always really hard for whatever reason. But it's an option nonetheless. I guess another thing is blasting off of this, either over or into a grind, or there's I think in the first reaction vid I did to this map, I tried some of that sort of stuff. It was pretty hard, but well, we've got a bit more time to try things out. Blasting it's going to be pretty hard. Yeah, we may not make it completely over unless I do something crazy with the speed, but I don't like changing my settings too much. I like to limit myself to what I usually play as, so I'm not constantly changing things and messing my stats up, if that makes sense. To be fair, even getting to the middle rail like that is a huge challenge. Oh, I think the kink would screw that up. It's never going to work perfectly, but anybody who wants to go out the way to try this, I could always work on it for like an edit, maybe. But check that out for a gap. Clear it just slightly so that you land flat on the rail and hope it doesn't throw you off. And then deal with the kink on the way down. Sounds fun. You can gap it that way. I think it's so fast that grinds don't register properly or something. What happened there? It was almost a tail slide, but it kind of bounced off. Ooh. Holy shit. We're gonna have to clip that one. Let's just check first to make sure that it hit properly. Look at that, perfect. Landing's a bit stiff, but that's just the way session is for the most part, so I guess we can't help that. There's also this part of the fence which is open, which means you could do stuff from this angle as well. I guess it's mostly for the bank to do stuff up or down it, but you could theoretically reach the rail. I'm not sure if you could or not, but let's give it a go. Yeah, that's definitely doable, but I think I've had my fill of trying to blast crazy gaps to fast grinds. It takes a hell of a long time to get them to work. So let's actually try and skate this thing normally. There's a whole bunch of options you get with this, and also different things on either side. If you watch my other videos, you know that I like doing things on this middle bit, like drop to here and do another trick. You can do all sorts of different combos. You can grind the rail, go onto this, flip down, or go into another grind, or any combination of things. Something like that. Thinking about it, because there's a bank, you could, it's really tight, but do a grind on here and down into the bank like a blunt or something would be kind of suited to it, but as you just saw, pretty rough timing. big shoves definitely come in useful there as well. Especially from this angle, you can get the grind down on the bottom slope part. What would you call it? The bottom part of the rail, basically. Got to bone it a little bit. That was 50-50, right? Yeah. Kind of cross-locked a little bit. Just skimmed it. We do something up it. Don't know if you get over that. Could maybe do a hippie flip through it or a hippie jump to something. I don't know. It kind of kills his ollie height. If you had the right combination of settings, it's definitely doable, but you know. Pick your step. You could do a little stall on it as well. I was curious after doing the last trick if you could do something from this like diagonal direction into the middle rail, and you can. It didn't look very good, but still, the option is there. What happens if you do it straight? It's just a case of luck whether he like bugs out or not on it, but... Okay, what just happened there? There you go. Grinding it. Makes sense. He was already clipping through. He just decides to completely ignore physics. Completely. Which, you know, if you can do it, why not? Gotta do more fakey tricks. There's like a whole wealth of stuff, fakey or switch, that I've just never really thought about doing before, and I really should. Like, trick diversity is essential, I think. Just. Pretty nice. And let's not forget there's a roof here as well, so you could drop down, you could gap to the bank. Okay, let's do that first, and then we'll try the rail after. Yeah, you can make it. I do look forward to the day when like just throwing your board down is a natural thing that has an animation and everything, because it looks so weird at the minute. Holy shit. Managed to stay locked in, more or less. Kind of heel side, but to be fair, if you're hitting it, you're just happy to get anything on that, I think. Just goes to show, the more you dig into a map, the more crazy stuff that just starts coming out all over the place. Okay, that sounds a bit rude, but hopefully you get the point. You could just bypass a lot of this stuff and not think about it, but now I'm standing here and trying different directions. It's just more and more stuff just comes into view. It's kind of weird. I'll gap this way as well. Ouch. Okay, that turned into a gapped 50-50, which I wasn't intending for, but again, cool. He bounced. Simple, I know, but still interesting. Manual this. That's kinda... Okay, let's get redemption. Let's not get redemption. These are pretty hard to skate. Like, they look cool, and I like the idea of them, but anything that's on a slope, everything gets just put off kilter somehow. It's pretty hard. That roof being like that is kind of a interesting little object. Kind of a rare one, to be honest. That section is pretty unique as well. There's a whole ton of different angles that we can play around with. So you can grind down into it as well. Obviously, it's not like the cleanest things that I'm doing. It's all very kind of first try sort of stuff, but... Surprisingly difficult because you've got to switch up the direction for the way you flip out. Things get complicated when it's like more than 90 degrees or whatever. Damn, watch out if you're going that way, because actually, yeah, it slopes in a bunch of different directions. So if you land, you're probably going to go straight into the wall. We could maybe try something from the top down onto this rail as well. It's definitely possible. Damn it. Swish. Sweet. Not sweet. Bitter, almost. That would be a good spot for some hippie jump style things. Imagine if you did like a hippie jump. Actually, it probably wouldn't work. Hippie jump, hit the bin or grind it or something. I don't know. Impromptu ledge session. Get over this. Or not. Next thing I want to play around with is these windows. There's probably not a lot you can do. It's just a case of fitting over it or not. You could maybe do some like 180, 360 things. It'd be pretty tough because there's not a lot of space. It's not wide or anything. We'll just start with like a bog standard ollie. I think you have to bone it on default settings, which is pretty much what I'm on. Nollies are going to be hard. Probably need more speed. Yeah. Went with fakey first, which means nollies would also work, presumably. Hopefully. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, standard ollie is probably not high enough, so you may need to bone it a little bit to get the extra height if you're on a 180. I think we hit the wall. Indeed we did. I didn't realise there was a ledge here as well, which makes it a bit harder. You got to clear it. With my settings, you're not going to make that, and I don't want to change them unless I figure out a different way of doing it. You could probably use the object dropper to add a little ramp, which would actually let you do some cool photo opportunities, like using this. Actually, I may use that as the thumbnail. Remind me later. It. I'm in as much in as possible on a ledge. That's a fun challenge sometimes as well. These are a bit longer, but you do have a wall to contend with, but yeah. Happy to be able to start doing some kind of fakey flip tricks into grinds as part of combos. It used to be like a really one-off thing because it broke my brain, but I feel like I'm slowly improving. Same for everybody though. Everybody has their weak points. Taking the time to actually like figure that stuff out and get better at it, it serves you in the long run, I think. Damn. We do have this bench as well, which would lend for some nice kind of big floaty flips out of grinds. Or manuals as well, if you do it really slow. Nice. Ooh. Sure. That was very slow. Slow and floaty. That's the start for today, I guess. You know what? I think we've done a lot of the things I was thinking of for this map. I'm also aware that I think these videos are getting longer and longer, and the time to film them is getting longer and longer as well. Like the last video I did was like an hour and 40 minutes I spent just trying stuff. Not all of it like makes the cut or whatever, but I do get kind of stuck in wanting to get a specific trick here and there, and it takes time. It's not to say it's all that hard. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the school DLC at this point. There's only one more little area to go, and that is here. El Toro and this curved section. This is going to be a pretty cool little technical bit as well. And there's also the rooftops. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do on there. But we could also take this further as well. Use the object dropper like I did in the previous video. Put that in a bunch of places, open up completely different things. We can also go back to the mall map, because I didn't really do any videos on that. And thinking about it, I could do spot sessions on pretty much everything there as well. That's a pretty dense little area. So much to do. And BMX Streets will be coming out soon as well. It's kind of crazy days. But if you've been keeping up with these videos, thank you very much. If you haven't seen the other ones yet, please go look at the session playlist. There's, I don't know, 5, 6 videos just on this map at this point, trying to get everything out of it. So if you bought it, you may as well get your money's worth, right? And also improve at the game in the process. Tons of things you can do. And I'm rambling, so I'm going to leave it there. Let's do a big something down this and call it. I think I'll put a marker down just in case, because, you know, life. Yep, life. You know what? That actually took a few attempts because it was longer than I expected. You have to be at proper full speed to make it down, otherwise you clip the steps. Anyway, there we go. Please like, subscribe, all the other stuff, and I'll see you next time.